Hello, Sonoma County. So as part of our favorite part, really, of our jobs is helping a lot of relocation clients coming in and out of Sonoma County, and a lot of the times it's tied to an occupation move. Sometimes a lateral move, sometimes a promotion, yay! And as we're helping these folks, they fall into what we call our hero groups. And even last summer we helped one family move from Chicago as the husband was finishing his residency and finalizing his schooling to take a position here in Petaluma, and it was so exciting for him because he had the opportunity to interview across the entire United States, and he did. I think there was probably 4 different main areas that he interviewed that he could have ended up in any state and ended up here in Petaluma. But finishing his residency, he's very busy with school. They had a little baby. The wife and I were doing a lot of the communicating along the home search process. They had one opportunity to move out or to come out for a visit, and during that visit we toured some homes. None of them were quite the right fit, but we found some great neighborhoods that they loved in Petaluma, and through our Hero program we were able to support them through the home search process, even though they weren't even here in Sonoma County through most of it. Help them tour homes virtually with our phone and iPads and taking videos and sending them to them. And
they were so trusting.
They were so trusting. And we ended up finding a great property. We wrote a great offer, and the seller loved that it was going to be a young family, and the offer was accepted, and I finally got to hand over those keys. But get this, the day I handed them the keys, they pulled up in a U-Haul packed with all of their stuff after like a 5-day road trip from Chicago. The husband, the wife, and the baby pull up to the house. They had never seen the house in person before.
That is so nerve-wracking, you guys. I mean, we send videos and we try and give them the feel of the home, and we'll point out everything good and everything bad because they're not there. But it is so nerve-wracking. You're like, oh, please let it be what they think it is in person,
Exactly. And it was. There were tears of joy, and it was so exciting. So many hugs. I don't think I've ever been hugged by a client in a key handoff scenario so many times. They were such a sweet, loving family. And interestingly, during that exact same time, I was actually helping a military family relocate from the East Coast. The husband was being PCOS'd to a station here in Sonoma County. And so they also were in the process of selling a home on the East Coast, buying here in Santa Rosa for them. Again, also seeing a house sight unseen. But it's something that we're very familiar with, and a lot of our heroes, this is part of the process for them.
Exactly.
And it's amazing that we get to give back to them, we get to support them in these, big life changes, and usually very exciting changes for them.
They really are, and a lot of times, like you mentioned, they get to choose where they're coming. Yeah. And they choose Sonoma County because it's so beautiful here. But there are timelines attached to these moves.
So true.
They've got a start date, and they really don't want to get into a rental if they don't have to. It's tough to even find a short-term rental. So to be able to help with the relocation knowledge that we have and the many times that we've done it, to help make that process still super smooth and help our heroes. Because we love our hero program we give back to our heroes in our community. Okay, wait, before I get into why we do this, we should introduce ourselves. Okay. We have so much fun with this whole subject, and we can go on and on about it. But I'm Julie.
I'm Morgan.
And we help people move in and out and all around Sonoma County from all corners of the world.
Yeah, really.
And if you're planning to move here anytime soon, or even if it's a little bit down the road, reach out. We'd love to answer any questions you have about Sonoma County real estate, help you put the puzzle pieces in place to make it a really smooth transition for you. So, we are a big family of giving back. We always believe that if you get, you should give. If you're having success in business and in life, you should give back.
And you gotta support your community. You have to.
You absolutely. It's a community that gives to us in the form of successful business, and it is our pleasure to give back to these these groups, and we chose to give back to these groups because these are the people that take care of our communities.
Yeah.
If it's not for them, we don't have the communities that we
I
have.
agree.
And this whole program kind of resonated with us because our whole family is a family of cops and firemen and nurses and teachers and military.
Yeah.
I've got a cousin serving overseas and he's in England right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Liam. And so we just thought, what a wonderful way. You know, we always joke that, you know, it's what Irish people do. They're civil servants because they serve and they do give back. And I think a lot of that has been ingrained in all of us as we were raised, the way we were raised, and hopefully imparted that on my kids as well. So
You did.
So we love this program. We know where the money we give is going.
Yeah.
So often you give back to these charities and
Oh gosh, you get 10 cents maybe, if that, on the dollar.
And it's so discouraging because a lot of times you don't find that out till, you know, you're kind of down the rabbit hole for a while. So we know who we're giving back to, we know where our money's going, and it just feels so good, and hopefully we're helping support them in their move and helping make our communities a better place because these people are moving into our area.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such an honor to work with these people, you know, the law enforcement, the healthcare, firemen, teachers, military, I mean, the whole shebang. I mean, it is so cool to help people relocate because they choose Sonoma County, but it's also wonderful to help a lot of the people that already live here get into homeownership. I mean, we also more recently helped a teacher and her 3 kids.
Yeah, and her husband's a teacher too.
Oh, and her husband's a teacher. Goodness gracious.
She is an elementary teacher, and he was a junior high school teacher.
You're right. And you know, I mean, they honestly didn't really think they were gonna be homeowners.
They both taught in the same school district in the same area of town, which is
in Santa Rosa.
Kind of a pricier area, and so they never did think they would be able to live in the area that they were teaching in.
Yeah. But
we made it
sure
happen.
enough, we made it happen. A little, you know, diligent house hunting, making sure we understood exactly what their needs were and the flexibility that they may have had in their financing.
And they were super cool about understanding that to be in that neighborhood, they probably weren't buying the nicest house.
Do you remember
in that
the orange
neighborhood.
shag carpet up on the stairs? There was literally orange shag carpet.
It must have been an addition that was done. It was like a big, huge playroom above the garage, but it was stairs. You went off the kitchen, and they loved that because they had these 3 little boys that were just full of balls of energy. Oh, they were the cutest. And but you knew when that room was built because it had brown paneling and orange shag carpet.
But they knew, they were like, no problem. If the worst that happens is we have some projects over the years to replace carpet and update it, throw some paint on the walls, spruce things up.
They were not afraid of it at all.
They got a big family home on a nice sized lot
in a court.
In a court.
Yeah.
And they were in walking distance to one of the schools for sure.
Yeah.
So, you know, just these wonderful stories to help make, you know, either your relocation move possible or homeownership itself more possible for these heroes, because these are the last people we want to see leaving Sonoma County.
No.
You know, you can go and make pretty equivalent money in other states, Idaho, Arizona, Texas, so on. It's, you know, I get it.
We got tired of hearing it.
There can be draws, and if it makes sense for you, then it makes sense for you. But you know, the last thing we want is for these heroes, the people that take care and support our community, or to leave because they feel like they have to.
Yeah,
you know,
they can't afford to live here.
I mean, let's explain how the program actually works.
Yes,
we told all these fun stories.
Yes.
So, Homeownership for Heroes is a program where our group, Sullivan Group Real Estate, gives back directly to our 5 hero groups. We've mentioned it, but law enforcement, firefighters, healthcare, military, teachers, and then all the support staff within those groups as well. So it's actually close to 20% of our population falls into those groups, and we're so passionate about serving them because they're constantly serving our community. And so what we do is we're able to give back to them when they buy or sell a home with our team. We actually give back 25% of what would be our commission on their home sale. So of course it relates to the home price point, but on average here in Sonoma County, we're giving back about $6,000 to each hero to help bridge some of those costs of getting their foot in the door, or maybe that's a big chunk of a moving cost right there.
Yeah, especially if they're moving cross country.
You know, coming back to you.
Or their teacher family.
Yeah.
$6,000 went a long way to replace that orange check.
So true. And you know, we've been supporting the community through our Hero program we're in our 8th year now, which is wonderful, and we've helped almost 100 heroes over that time, which is amazing, and given back to the tune of $300,000 plus directly to these heroes to support. That's almost a house. That'll be so cool.
Oh, that is really cool.
When we reach a point where we've given back the equivalent of a Sonoma County property,
right?
That's cool.
And I think even in addition to us giving back, you know, the percentage of our commission, we also partner with these.
Oh gosh,
we've been
all
doing
year
it, which
round.
is so fun because we've been doing it for so long now, and we've developed such relationships with all of our local law enforcement and a bunch of schools and different healthcare that they actually call us now.
Yeah, they do.
They're like, hey, you guys, you want to be a sponsor at our golf tournament, or we have our trunk or treat event coming up, or what else do we do?
We do a lot of lunch and learns when they have like mandatory annual trainings and staff meetings and things like that. We'll come in and bring lunch, and I mean, it's amazing the connections that we've made, and that, you know, the police chiefs and the sheriffs and whatnot, they all know that we're coming from a great place and we're helping support keeping their people here in Sonoma County. And so they say, come in, introduce yourselves, please tell our people that this is available. And it's wonderful to kind of see those moments of like, wait a second, this is possible.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. And you know, we've given back over $300,000 and made it possible for almost 100 heroes. That is absolutely amazing.
And for the heads of these departments, they understand the importance of home ownership, and partly for employee retention. You know, if your employees can grow roots in a community, become part of a community, the kids start school here. Yeah, they're better connected. They feel like they belong through their home ownership. They're less likely to leave.
Oh, absolutely.
Hiring and training new employees, we know, costs a lot of money.
Totally.
So it's just another benefit layered on top of the other benefits. So it's really,
you know, coming up with the down
we're
payment.
So proud of.
Yeah, the down payment, the closing costs, the moving costs if you're relocating. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to take on. And you know, what we can give through our Homeownership for Heroes program, and then we also have mortgage lenders that have specific programs maybe for different hero groups, first responders. There's grants or down payment assistance programs, and then a lot of our lenders actually give back a credit. You know, not quite as much because there's lending laws since 2008. That was a mess. So they aren't allowed to just throw money around. But they usually give back some kind of credit, maybe $1,000 or something like that as well. So I mean, the savings really add up. And then they also have these specific loan programs for our heroes, specific healthcare loan programs, specific teacher loan programs, that you're going to get the best program you can to make this easier for you. I mean, we actually had...
I'm thinking of a couple we've helped that when you talked about saving a lot of money, our law enforcement couple that actually sold their starter home.
Right.
They both worked in law enforcement in the neighboring county.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so, and they had bought their starter home already before they had met us, which is fine.
That's okay.
It happens.
No hard feelings.
And they now had 2 little boys. We're kind of outgrowing the starter home.
Boys.
Oh, they're so cute. And they're getting so big now. But they kind of were outgrowing the starter home. Plus, so they wanted a bigger home for one. Plus, they wanted to move kind of more southern Sonoma County to be closer to work, to shorten that commute time. Because now they were also juggling daycare and preschool, and you know the boys were going to start going to real school, not real school, but like elementary school. Preschool is real school. But you know, so this was all part of their dream, and we came in and we helped them sell their home, found them a larger family home in
the next city south,
which shortened their commute by like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I would say 20 minutes from where they originally were.
Yeah, for sure. And they saved both
between the home sale and the purchase, I would say they saved just over about $10,000 because
cool.
each side of the transaction gets the hero rewards, and so it's wonderful. I mean, imagine $10,000 back in your pocket or less spent in the process of buying and selling a home, and now you got a new, bigger home that you need to put furniture in and fill for the kids and stuff. So I mean, it's just it's wonderful, and they've been so happy in their new location, and it's fun to keep tabs on all these families as they get more and more comfortable in their new communities, whether it's just a town over move or across the country move. Once we work with you, your family, whether you like it or not, we know where you live. I literally tell my clients that, and I usually don't scare them too much, so it's cool.
They usually like us.
By that point, but anyway, so our hero program is, one of the main points of our business that we just are so passionate about. And our heroes are about 50% of, even though they're only 20% of the population, they're about 50% of our clients year over year. And being able to help more and more heroes find home ownership and build wealth while they're working so hard for our communities, communities, is just everything and more that we would love to give back. So if you're a hero and you're thinking about making a move, whether into or out of Sonoma County, we won't hold it against you if it's out, we get it. Or if you live in Sonoma County and you're thinking about making a move or getting into home ownership, we would absolutely love to help.
Yes.
If you liked this video, if you want to see more information about maybe some of these specific hero programs, healthcare, the first responders, teachers, the VA loan for veterans and military, we'd be happy to share more. So drop your comments below, let us know what hero groups you're in, or maybe you have a family member or a friend that you absolutely support in their hero groups. We'd love to hear about that. And we'd love to help you in your home goals here in Sonoma County and beyond.
Yep. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel. You can ding the bell so you're notified. We drop new videos every single week about our heroes, Sonoma County, and Sonoma County real estate, and we'd love to have you follow along.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.